Zone. Another shot from the one on 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. The Miami defense trying to keep them out. They haven't let them in yet. Can they hold again here on 3rd and goal? Now this time he'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line. He was looking for Gronk that time.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's Tannehill. Flushed out right. It's caught. Stills right side. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Watch it now, Barney.
Out of the gun, it's Osweiler. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Tannehill. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's Tannehill now on second down. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Kalen Ballage with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Dolphins are in for 6. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Gordon. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there?
Yeah.
Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing? He was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Yeah, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On first down, Brady. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Here's Brady to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
From the gun on third down, Brady. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And Gostkowski's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
This will be fielded at the 8. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Here's Tannehill. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards on the play. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Balaj. Pretty nice aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Now Balaj. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So he got 3 on 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
50-50.
Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. And now a sneak, Tannehill.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
On the toss, here's Balaj. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill sliding out of the pocket. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Go.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So that's one you almost never see at this level. A wobbler from very short range, and it winds up no good.
All right, Brandon, if he slipped or someone got a hand on it, then I could understand it, but it's almost like he heard a whistle or something that stopped his swing. A very strange result, especially for an NFL kicker.
They'll run it here. This is James White. And a short pickup here as he'll get up to about the 22-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally.
And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Sugar! 220!
Now Brady throwing on second down. And this is caught at the 8. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down. Trying to pound it in here with Michel. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal.
Right! Wait, 20! Hey, Alabama. Let's go!
Now Brady. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. Third down here. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what?
This is caught at the 20. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. A big play. Tannehill to Parker. 56 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Now they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
To throw on second down is Tannehill. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Boston Scott with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Dolphins head on to their lead. And, man, Charles, talk about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. Now it's Patterson. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 45-yard line. Now a pitch out to Michel. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
All right, here we go.
Again, it's Michel. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Play 20.
From the gun, it's Brady. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So it's a 3rd field goal for him now. He's accounted for all 9 points. I look down to the sideline, though. You can just tell they weren't too happy for 3. They wanted 6.
So they have to have 6. Look, he's keeping them afloat, but they really need to do exactly what you talked about. They need to get into the end zone and score some touchdowns. Otherwise, he's going to have to kick a lot more field goals than just the 3 he's already put through the post.
Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant. That'll bring up 2nd down. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
On play action, Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Lawrence Guy in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So after the sack of Tannehill, the Dolphins come up here on a 3rd and long. Here's Tannehill. And the pressure gets to him again.
Like the footwork back there, and I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Here's Matt Hawk now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Taking it about the 36. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Patriots take over. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Brady now on 1st down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
That was a nice grab. Just couldn't get the feet down, right? Needed that toe tap sequence there. Whatever size shoe he's wearing, probably need about a half size smaller to complete that one.
Shadow. Rip. 31. We go.
Looking back to the air on second down. It's Brady. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. And the Dolphins have got it.
Partner, I don't care how long he plays. Anytime there's a fumble involving Tom Brady.
You think the Raiders are involved?
You think the Raiders are involved, you think it's snowing, and immediately you hear the words, tuck rule. And now the tuck rule doesn't exist anymore, but that always comes back up with Tom Brady, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. Even here, even now. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Tannehill. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Let's go.
Back to throw, Tannehill. That's complete, right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. They'll run here with Balaj. He can't get him down. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. 6 yards puts him right on the doorstep, but now it'll be 4th and goal. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll run with a rookie. It's Boston Scott. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Jason Sanders now for the Miami field goal. One out to the right. That's a bad miss. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at the 20.
Wait 20! Wait 20!
The drive starts with a run by White. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, Those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Second and 9 now from the 21.
Wait 20! Wait 20! Wait, that!
Brady to throw on second down. The throw left side complete to Hogan. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Throwing is Brady on third down to Michelle on the dump off. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
I'm guessing, partner, that if we're in the huddle with the Patriots right now, there's not a single guy that thinks they have any chance of coming back in this one, especially not with Tom Brady.
Yeah, who's Tom Brady? What's he done in the past as far as comebacks are concerned? They're down right now, but that can evaporate quickly with him in the huddle. On the toss, here's Michelle. Yards there and a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's first and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Wait 20! Wait 20! 31!
Now a toss, left side, Michelle. Into the secondary again. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Sony Michel, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Pats able to cash in for 6. Gostkowski with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
They go play action here on first down. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Play action. It's Tannehill. And that's incomplete. Stills the intended target, and it's third down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. This is Michel on the counter. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Mika Fitzpatrick made the play defensively, the first-round pick out of Alabama. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. New England on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Shotgun now for Brady. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Well, he was 3 for 3 to that point, but he couldn't keep the perfect game going.
Did someone mention it on the bench and jinx it?
Maybe jinx him a little bit.
Well, you doubt it had anything to do with overconfidence, but hey, it's an inexact science. These things do happen.
Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Escaping the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. 23 yards on the play. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st down, Tannehill. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. He sets to fire deep. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Tannehill. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And now out come the Patriots. So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They begin with Michel on the ground. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. On play action, now Brady rolling to his right. Nifty move by Gordon. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. In on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here, stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
To throw, it's Brady. Gets it to Gordon. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
On 3rd down. That's right. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line. Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game.
Here we go. Wait, 20. Wait, 20. Set. Wait, set.
And it's Michel once again. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches.
Wait, 20. Wait, 20. Sugar.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Hot. Hot.
Running for it, Smallwood. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. The Patriots come up empty on fourth down, and the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Back to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Zero. Play. Whip. Block.
He's back to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Tannehill fighting Stills, and it's a Dolphin first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. The Dolphins moving with a sense of urgency here.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
It's caught. Stills, right side. No, Ryan Tannehill slow to get up here. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10.
Gone. Now let's go. 3-19.
Back to throw. Eluding the... And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Lawrence Guy in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Gone. Hurry up. Here we go. 3-19. Gone.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Patriots are close to finishing off this football game. So the Patriots coming out now. They have the 3-point lead. Defense did their job. Now, late game, although it looks good, you know the coaches, they haven't counted this as a victory yet.
I agree with you totally. Big applause for the defense, but no one is taking their headset off on the sidelines. They don't believe this game is over. The offense has to close this one out by taking care of the football.
And they'll try to close it out now. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys who's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for the Patriots, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings.
you.